Today on Real Rescues, an unusual 999 call. Emergency controllers have to be prepared for anything, but this is one of the most remarkable calls ever. There's no easy way to say this. A man has just cut off his own arm with a power saw.
Ambulance emergency, hello caller.
Man's cut his arm off.
Okay, when you say he's cut his arm off, has he cut it off completely?
Hold on. What's happened? Right off. He's cut it completely off, quick.
Okay.
And unlucky new driver Joe sees his very first car taken to bits only hours after picking it up from the dealer.
It's my dream first car. It's worth £5,500. The insurance is costing me £2.5 grand. Why did I have to cut my roof off?
Hello and welcome to Real Rescues. We're here at Charlie 1, the Hampshire Police Control Room. It's one of the most modern in the country, and keeping an eye on what's going on this morning for us is Laura, who's a supervisor. So, we got much of interest?
We're actually dealing with a robbery at the moment.
Really?
So, yeah, we've got a male that's gone into a shop, threatened a cashier with petrol, made off on foot. So we've got local officers going towards at the moment, trying to put a containment on. Dog unit going down, see if we can get a track from the male.
Is there any CCTV of the guy?
We're hoping so. We've contacted the company. They're supposed to be sending some through to us, and then we can make it available for officers to look on their handheld radio airwave
You can
sets.
literally send the pictures straight through to the officers on the ground?
Absolutely, so they'll know who they're looking for.
So, hopeful of a good result on that one. That's very
Fingers
interesting.
crossed.
OK, thank you very much. We'll be keeping up to that all the way through the show, obviously. Louise.
Thanks, Nick. Morning to you. First today, when factory worker Martin lost his money in a chilled drinks machine, he stuck his hand up the chute to get his can. Big mistake. At first, it's a bit of a joke, but very soon things begin to turn serious.
The firefighters of Whitewatch are on an emergency call-out to an industrial estate. Their special equipment unit, one of 4 in Hampshire, is needed by their colleagues from Rushmore Station for a very unusual rescue. This call-out is a first for even this experienced crew.
We've got a person who's got a hand stuck in a vending machine. 2 vehicles from Rushmore have gone already. It's quite a long run for us. But because this is the nearest special equipment unit, that's why we're going, because we've got specialist cutting equipment. We might be needed, we might not.
They've been called to a factory. Acting crew manager Colin Winteridge heads off to meet his colleagues from Rushmore for a briefing.
You all right? Where are they? Someone's just going to come down that door to get you. Was he bad then? Or? I don't think so. Okay. Right. He's got his hand stuck in the vending machine. Right.
Colin is shown the way to the vending machine by a manager who's equally astounded by the accident.
Is it a food one then, is it?
Can of Coke or drink dispenser. Wait, eventually it's 60p went in, but it never came out.
It's an almost unbelievable situation. The man in the predicament is Martin Bomber. He's well and truly stuck and suffering a mixture of pain and embarrassment.
Very fine. But 60p and nothing coming. And good hands and my finger stuck. And that's it. 60p for finger.
At least he can see the funny side. But he's not just trapped, his hand is getting colder and colder because it's stuck in the machine's chiller unit.
Stick it in.
While Martin's been telling his story, Simon Forster and Paul Deakin from the Rushmore crew have seized on a useful bit of kit from the special equipment unit. It's the snake-eye camera that can manoeuvre in tight spaces and give the fire crews a very close view of what they're dealing with. But even with this, it's difficult to see what's trapping Martin's hand.
Yeah, his hand's stuck, it's just his thumb. So we can see where to put this in, we'll just jam it and just open it enough to get his thumb out.
The crew think the actual part of his hand that's trapped is his thumb, but Martin's losing feeling from the cold and he's not sure himself which digit is stuck.
There it is, that one there, isn't it? Can you wiggle your fingers for me so I can see which one it is? So they're free. Where's the thumb? Where is it in relation to your fingers now?
They show Martin what they can see in order to guide them to the right place, but this is no easy job. In some desperation, Martin takes the screwdriver and tries to free himself, but to no avail.
Can't twist it, no?
Too long.
Sorry?
Too long.
Too long.
What about a short one?
Paul tries a shorter screwdriver, but when all it does is puncture the can, the fire crews can't resist the obvious joke.
I think we have been tangoed. I've just pierced the tango can. I've been properly tangoed. How's that feel?
Nothing.
This is proving to be a really awkward job.
The mechanism has rotated and trapped his finger in the mechanism next to it, so we need to rotate that off his finger to be able to release it.
Colin suggests another method.
Stupid question. You can't get any fairy liquid or anything up there like that is going to help. Is it actually going against... You've tried that, is it? Yeah, I don't know if it was just going to...
Yeah.
Simon's had a call from the vending machine company. An engineer is on his way. Short of pulling the machine apart, it looks like it's going to be the only way out.
Go down to the front. Somebody's on their way. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Martin's beginning to lose feeling in his fingers because of the cold. It may be numbing the pain, but incredibly, there's a new risk of frostbite. We'll come back to Martin to see if the engineer can free him. Isn't it extraordinary how people get stuck in the simplest of situations? In fact, Susie, who's a controller here, has had to take various calls. You're a bit of an expert in this area, aren't you? People getting stuck in things. And you have one of the weirdest ones. Somebody in a recycling bin or something?
Yeah, we had a chap seen on CCTV. When the CCTV sort of panned around the recycling bin, you could just see a pair of feet and legs hanging out of the bin.
What was he doing in a recycling bin?
Apparently his mates chucked his shoes in the recycling bin and he decided to follow them. He went in and there's only one way in and one way out. With
You can't come back out of those things?
No, sort of like a bucket on the as you go in, there's a bucket on it, so you can only go in, you can't get anything back out again. So he went in, couldn't get back out again, eventually fell in completely, fell in completely. Fire brigade turned up, we turned up, everyone's sort of chuckling and...
Because the thing is, you can watch it going on the monitor. So you see a balls like...
yeah, you can sort of see everyone sort of standing there, sort of laughing, holding their tummies while they're sort of trying to find out what he was doing in there and waiting for someone to get him back out again.
So how did you get him out in the end?
There was some sort of door in the front that you needed a key to open to get him out, so we had to wait for someone who was responsible for the recycling bins to get the key and bring the key along and get him out, because he had to wait there.
How extraordinary, isn't it funny? So be careful, all right? Don't go climbing into recycling bins. It's interesting, actually, the different attitudes that people have on the phone, obviously, if they're panicked, but some callers are ever so polite. Just listen to this 999 call to the West Mercia Police control room. Two boys are stuck in the mud.
Don't move, either of you, because you'll sink more. Just stand still.
Yeah.
Right, the police officers are on their way.
Oh, thank you very much. And sorry if I'm wasting any of your time. I know it's like kind of pathetic, but it's seriously I am.
No, you're all right. Don't worry.
Oh, bless, he couldn't be more polite, could he? And although it started out seeming fairly trivial, the boy manages to get himself deeper and deeper into the mud.
Are you sinking any further, or have you stopped now?
Yeah, my shoulder's in the mud now.
Oh, it's all right. Keep still.
And...
Oh, Ben, is your phone going in the...
the bottom of my phone, it's about an inch away.
OK.
But I have to keep my head up, but it really aches my neck.
Oh, that sounds alarming. Thank goodness, though, Oban Elliott was pulled out of the mud by the fire service and he was fine once he dried out, but he did lose his wellies. Let's talk to Jackie. Another extraordinary story about somebody who was stuck, but I'm not to be too sympathetic about this one. What happened?
Well, I received a strange call from a gentleman who informed me that he was stuck and he needed some help. So I asked him to elaborate and he informed me that he was trying to get in through a toilet window and he'd managed to get himself stuck halfway, and he was sort of pivoting like that with his legs one side and his body the rest, you see, and he was well and truly wedged. So I sort of inquired as to how he'd managed to become stuck, thinking he'd come home a little bit the worse for wear, forgotten his keys, something like that. And he informed me that he was actually trying to burgle the property and was trying to go in through the toilet window and had got completely stuck. So After our colleagues from the fire brigade went and released him, he was promptly arrested and dealt with for the burglary.
So quite an unusual call.
That was a bit of an unusual call,
So not
yeah.
everything is perhaps as it seems when you take the call. Jackie,
Oh,
thanks.
no, most certainly not.
Nick, back to you.
Thank you very much. Extraordinary watching the screens coming in here. We've got somebody who's actually who's lost their memory, doesn't know what's going on, covered in blood, doesn't understand why. We've got somebody else walked into their house and there's somebody already in the house on their bed, doesn't belong there. These are extraordinary, actually, calls that are coming in. Now, change the subject. Do you remember your first car? How proud were you on your first drive? You might even have taken a mate along to show it off. I know I certainly did. Could there be anything worse than a crash on that first drive? Yes, there could. Take a look at this.
Traffic cop Jim Chapman is heading out to a road accident. It's the start of the rush hour.
We know that someone's got some sort of neck injury. Don't really know much more than that, but I just think we'll be there in the next sort of 30 seconds and we'll find out what exactly has happened.
Jim arrives to find the area crowded with emergency vehicles and traffic jams. The accident has happened at the exit to the car park at Gunwharf Quays, one of the biggest shopping precincts on the south coast.
It's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? So let's go and find out, shall we?
This black car has taken the brunt of the collision. One person is still inside.
It's rear end shunt.
Yeah.
Passengers complaining of lower back pain. They've stabilised him, but they're saying at the moment in order to get him out they're going to have to take the roof off.
OK.
Joe Smart, the driver of the car, is uninjured, but ambulance crews are worried about his friend in the passenger seat. Kyle Legg is in a great deal of pain.
The pickup truck, builder's truck behind, is obviously struck the car at quite a velocity and moved it from the sort of give-way line, where about 12-15 feet. Unfortunately, the young lad who's the driver of the car, he only brought the car 2 hours ago, so he's obviously very, very upset. The young lad in the passenger seat has got some C-spine tenderness and mid-back tenderness, so hence why the fire brigade's here. And we cut the roof off, put him on a spinal board and take him up to QA.
In order to cut off the roof, the firefighters will need a safe area around the car to work in.
That would mean we'd have to shut down both lanes of traffic coming out. As you can imagine, that will cause absolute chaos, because that car park holds an awful lot of vehicles.
While the police come up with a plan to help ease the traffic problems, the firefighters continue their preparations to get the roof off. Kyle has been given gas and air to help relieve the pain and seems to be stable.
He's got full sensation, full movement, so hopefully everything what we're doing at the moment is purely precautionary in case he has sustained a back injury. So, but no, he's doing well.
Meanwhile, the police have managed to close both exit lanes from the car park while still keeping the traffic moving.
So what we've had to do is we've just had to put in a contraflow, really, a little bit makeshift, using some of the cones. So we've stopped one of the rows of traffic coming in so that we can use this whole area for the fire brigade.
While the firefighters start cutting with their heavier equipment, Jim is trying to soothe Joe, the driver and owner. He's distraught at losing his car only hours after he bought it.
Sadly, you've come into contact in your first day of driving with someone who's run into the back of you. The positive is that it's not your fault. There's nothing else you could have done about it. Because you had, so the rest is down to the insurance company and leave us to sort the rest of the problem out. Okay? But the main thing is you're okay. I mean, your friend, I think your friend's going to be all right.
The roof of his beloved first car is now off, and one look at Kyle's discomfort confirms the emergency services have done the right thing. But it's difficult for Joe to appreciate the potential seriousness of the injury. All he can see is his first dream car being taken apart.
Can I ask me a question, please? Why did I have to cut my roof off?
Why? That's a matter really between the ambulance crew. They decided that they're concerned about the neck injury. The risk they have is that if they tried to get him out by just trying to get out the car, that could cause a more severe injury. Could it break his neck, then he would be in a wheelchair, wouldn't he? So if they're that concerned, they'll always err on the side of caution, and then they'll ask for the roof to be cut off by the brigade.
On three, 1, 2, 3.
Together, the crews and firefighters lift Kyle free, his spine and neck held rigid on the board.
All right. Good lad.
He's been taking the pain-killing gas Entrapment, but he's still suffering. The paramedics are going to give him morphine.
You're still feeling quite a bit of pain?
Yeah.
This should definitely do a trick.
Joe passed his test recently, and since passing, he's taken extra lessons to be a safer driver.
I was coming up slowly because it was a give way, and a car was coming up, so I thought, yeah, I've got to let it go. So he was the only one coming up, and basically he's still looking over there. He's thinking I've gone, just rounding back of me. I was driving about 2 miles an hour around that because there's too many people around, and the highway code says you've got to stop and give way. I've been driving for about an hour, and I've done loads of lessons to become a better driver as well. I can't help if people goes in the back of me.
His mate is now in the ambulance, where he's being cared for by technician Perry Rolls.
All your obs are good, and once again, this is all precautionary.
Joe's been reassured about his friend as he comes to terms with the loss of his car.
It's my dream first car. It's worth £5,500. The insurance is costing me £2,500.
It's literally his first day, brand new car. He'd only insured it at 10 o'clock this morning, and tragically he's now got no car whatsoever. It's written off. So very upset, quite an emotional character, obviously wears his heart on his sleeve. Done our best to reassure him, and I think he's come to terms with the accident.
Kyle's on his way to the hospital for x-rays to see what injuries he's sustained, and Joe's going to meet up with him there. In the meantime, he's already starting to think about Dream Car Mark II.
Not as new as yours was, though. All right. Take care now, won't you? All right.
Luckily, Kyle escaped without serious injury, but as we saw, Joe was clearly upset. Now, John, you deal with car crashes all the time. People can get a little bit over their emotional, can't they? How do you approach it personally?
Well, I'm only 5'8", so to be quite honest, it's just a case of just trying to relax the situation down, calm them down, and if I need further assistance, because at the end of the day, if I do have to get involved, I want to try and win. So.
Yeah, so you can get further assistance. What about us? You've got 4 golden rules, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. To be quite honest, just try and relax, try and calm down, try and listen to what people have got to say, try not to be too aggressive with what's going on because of the situation you're in. But if you need to, just walk away, get back in your car and wait for someone else to come up.
You might not feel calm, though. You've crashed, somebody's crashed. How do you persuade yourself to be calm, then?
To be quite, you've just got to, I wouldn't say enjoy the experience because it's not a very good experience to be in. But you've just got to relax, just try and, I say, just chill out, and someone will come over and they'll look at it from a different set of eyes and they'll deal with the situation.
OK, and walk away, that literally is, if you're scared or whatever, that's it, you walk away from the situation?
That's correct, yes. Yeah.
OK, very interesting. So I'm going to, calm down, listen, don't be aggressive and walk away. Those are your 4 golden rules.
Yes.
I will try and remember them. Thank you. By the way, our prize for the calmest coppers go to Sergeant Darren Ord and PC Becky Starks when they were confronted with a fractious French lorry driver.
Oh, on n'a pas le temps, on fout de la télé. Le bâton, il est là. C'est pas vrai. On me casser les couilles longtemps, hein.
Gilbert, it's all good. All good. No problem. Calm down. Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
Nothing to do. All done.
Okay.
I'm 6, leaving
Thank you very much. Hey, Gilbert. Merci beaucoup.
Still to come on Real Rescues, we'll be meeting the man who cut off his own arm in a garden accident and the neighbour who saved his life in one of the most extraordinary 999 calls you're ever likely to hear.
Have you actually got the arm there with you?
I don't know. No, where's the arm?
Do you know where the arm is?
I don't know. It's down the back of the arm. 30 ambulances.
And Marie's day out with her grandchildren ends up with her very first trip in a helicopter. Trouble is, it's in an air ambulance.
You've broken your ankle, I'm afraid.
Broken it.
Yeah, it looks broken. We'll not drop you. We don't drop anybody on a Friday.
Bye, kids.
When last we saw Martin Bomber, he was trapped up to the elbow in a freezing cold drinks dispenser. And he's still there.
It's more than 30 minutes since Martin got his hand stuck trying to pull a trapped can of drink out of a machine. Firefighter Simon Forster is now trying to lever open the mechanism using a chisel, but he's having no more luck than before.
Well, his hand is stuck in the can disposer where it twists round. It's stuck in a little small gap. So I've tried to get the chisel next to his finger to push it just to open a bit more of a gap, but it's not seeming to do the trick at the moment. So we're awaiting the key holder. Should be 10 minutes.
There's a real danger of serious injury to his hand after being trapped in the chiller unit for so long.
Martin's finger that's stuck is getting quite cold now because obviously it's a chiller unit in there, so the tip of it's lost the feeling of. But he's not in major pain, so we're going to wait the key holder before we start smashing the machine up, basically.
Obviously the cold can affect the blood flow. That combined with entrapment could cause long-term damage to the fingers. But the chiller unit served as a positive in as much as the cold was numbing his finger as well, so he couldn't feel the pain.
Paul tries to reassure a tiring Martin that the engineer is on his way.
You all right, mate? He should be soon anyway. If he's not going to be, much longer, we'll get the door open, break it open, but I don't really want to.
Paul's been trying to force the mechanism open, this time with a chisel. Martin has another go at using it to free himself.
What have you put in there, that chisel?
The chisel, yeah. Basically next to his finger. Stick your hand up when it chisels.
Yeah, don't go and hurt yourself.
No, because if you push, you close this.
What makes it worse?
Yeah, it's more close. Yeah, you must pull down.
Well, anything's worth a try. Colin Winteridge attempts to pull it down.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable. You tell me if it's.
Try moving my finger, but it's very hard.
Martin's been stuck for nearly 3/4 of an hour now. It's painful and he's cold. He's finding it more difficult to stay cheerful. Colin tries massaging his fingers inside the machine.
I'm not rubbing you up. I'm just trying to make you warmer. Is that nice?
The longer the time went on that he was in there, obviously he was becoming more deflated with our attempts to release him. So it was important to keep his morale up, telling him when the engineer would arrive and that when they did, what our plan would be.
At last, though, help is at hand. The engineer has arrived. Paul explains what's happened.
Basically, his hand is stuck. Right, you know the revolver?
There's some motors here. There's a brake on the motor. You can normally back the motor off.
Right, okay, we'll leave it. So you just do it really slowly. Your hand just wedged in the fingertip.
It's a bit cold.
They're all watching avidly to see what the engineer can do.
No pressure. No.
Ready?
It takes seconds for the engineer to open up the door, but each one's agony for Martin.
Oh, it's cold.
All right.
Get a torch.
With the help of the firefighters, the engineer is able to back off the electric motor inside the machine to get the revolving mechanism into an open position.
Coming. Going in. Yeah. More. Yeah.
There, that's it. Martin's got his hand back.
Thank you. I think you might be going to hospital, though, it looks a bit broken. Don't try and don't.
That hand's in a sorry state. Now it's out, they can see it was a finger that was caught in the mechanism, not his thumb. It is intact, but misshapen.
His hand had been in the chiller for over an hour, so there was a concern of frostbite. But the danger is if you then reheat his finger too quickly, we may cause further problems. He suffered a crush injury and a puncture injury to his index finger. My first concern was to check the blood flow to the fingertip to ensure that there was a supply there.
It looks broken.
Fortunately for Martin, the firefighters are trained in first aid. Paul takes a closer look.
Can we get a dressing and what have you, and better get out of the hospital.
I should give him a bit of oxygen as well, just to keep him happy, because he might go into a little bit of a Shock.
You've obviously broke your finger pretty badly, but it's not as bad as it looks. Because you can see that blood returning straight away, okay?
And now I'm still feeling.
Yeah.
But with the numbness dissipating, it's now very, very painful.
It's all right.
Start doing it.
Okay? Yeah.
It might not be the best time to tell Martin, but Simon sees the throbbing as a good sign.
As the blood returns, it will start bringing a lot of heat down. He's had the blood cut off to the end of his finger, so as the blood starts to return, he'll start getting feeling back into the finger, and that's what the pain is. We've tested his capillary refill, which is good, which means that the blood's still pumping to the end of his finger. The pain's good, obviously that means that the nerves are all still intact. Yeah, I think it'll be all right.
While the firefighters look after Martin, engineer Paul Linfield explains the technicalities.
There's a cam motor in there. As it tries to turn, there's a motor that turns a bucket. As it's trying to turn the bucket, it's obviously trapped his finger in the bucket that holds the cans of drink. And obviously once it's turned, it's only meant to turn one direction, and there's a brake on there, and you can't get it to go back the other way without releasing the brake. So that's basically what I did, release the brake, back the motor off, and let his fingers out.
Paul is an experienced engineer, but it seems this is a bit of a first for him as well.
I'm doing this for 20 years, so never seen it happen before. So
it's certainly not worth tackling a vending machine when it doesn't deliver the goods.
A basic lesson: don't stick your hands in the machines.
His arm now nicely packaged in a sling, a weary Martin heads off for hospital. White Watch can go back on standby, knowing it will be some time before they get another call out like that.
So let that be a lesson to you. Luckily though for Martin, his finger turned out not to be broken, just very badly bruised. In that rescue we saw Simon Forster using the snake eye camera. He's here and so is the camera. It's just come back from Sumatra where it was used finding people after the earthquake there. You're going to show me what we can do. This we're going to pretend is a collapsed building.
Yep.
We think there might be somebody inside and you're going to show me how we might find somebody.
Yeah, that's right. So we have a small monitor here, which we can turn on. We have a light on the end of the wand, this is called. Put that in through our hole, and then I don't know whether you want to
I'll have a go, shall I? Right, okay, so I'm looking around.
This lever here, slide it back and forward, and that'll move the camera.
I can see what seems to be furniture in there, but oh, what's this? Oh, I can see a hand. Look, I can see somebody in there. Tell me what you can tell. I found somebody in this collapsed building.
It's important when we look at the limbs to make sure we've got a left and a right hand, because obviously if we've got two left hands, we know there's more than one person in there. And we'd be looking for a good place to obviously make a breach into that void to enable the rescue.
So we can see his hands and we can also see how he's trapped as well, can't we?
Yeah, so he's just got something trapped on top of him.
You use this in road traffic accidents as well, don't you? What do you use it for?
Yeah, this camera gets used in a number of different incidents. It can be used in road traffic accidents. If the casualties' legs are trapped in the vehicle, then we can pass this down to see how they're trapped.
Also, not so serious, it has been used to find animals, hasn't it?
Yeah, in the past, some colleagues of mine have used this to search for a gerbil that was stuck in a void between a wall. Which they got out successfully, and I know of a cat that was rescued from under the floorboards of a Victorian house.
So it's very useful. Simon, thanks very much. And I think, Nick, I need a little bit more training on this camera before I'd be allowed out.
Oh, don't be hard on yourself. I'm sure you'll find a way of working it one way or another. The extraordinary thing about wandering around the control room here is that you pick up on lots of different stories. Now, earlier I was chatting to Susie here, who was telling us about the guy who actually got caught in the recycling bin. Then we had a little bit chat more, and you'd be amazed where people can get stuck, actually even just out shopping.
Yeah, in a computer shop.
But one of these vast ones, yes?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a chap was happily browsing down the aisles, and all of a sudden the lights went off, the doors were shut, the shutters went down, and that was it, stuck.
They locked him in, literally, the day. So he rings you, and then what, so how do you get him out?
It took a while, because we had to find somebody with keys, but he was there for a while, sort of, I suppose, browsing still. We had to find someone that had keys. We don't automatically keep records of key holders on the system.
So it's extraordinary, isn't it? But it is worth bearing in mind, in case you're sitting there thinking, now there's a chocolate shop up the road, I could get myself locked in there overnight. You have to pay for the damage if they have to come and get you out and it's your fault for getting stuck in there.
Yeah,
Thank you very
exactly.
much for that. OK, next we're up and away with the team from the Great North Air Ambulance. They're about to meet a woman who's gone for a country walk with her grandchildren and ends up being airlifted to hospital. It's a Friday in August and Chief Pilot Chris Attrill is preparing the air ambulance for takeoff. On board with him is Dr. Simon Leclerc and Senior Aircrew Paramedic Gordon Ingram. They've been called out to an accident in a remote beauty spot in County Durham.
Where are we? We are going there. Alright.
We're on our way to somebody who's injured their ankle. An access problem, so the paramedic on scene's asked them to go and help.
Sit behind these trees, then.
Yeah.
The pilot is heading for the High Force waterfalls at Middleton on Teesdale. It's a very popular spot, and it's the summer holidays.
Oh, there we are. There we go, down there. You landing there?
Yeah, seeing him.
They did say if you've got a good pilot on us, I'll put it into the quarry. Put it in the quarry, that'll be alright.
Sitting on the riverbank is Marie Bowers. She'd been on a day out with her grandchildren when she fell onto her ankle. Now she can't put any weight on it.
Can you wiggle your toes from inside there, Marie? Yeah, lovely. Is your pain relatively well controlled?
You've got the doof on your side, haven't you?
Is it? Okay. You've broken your ankle, I'm afraid.
Broken it.
Yeah, it looks broken. So. Plan then is we're going to put you in a vacuum splint just to rest your ankle.
All right.
Get you in the helicopter and fly to North Tees.
North Tees.
Marie can't quite believe the extent of the injury, but she's soon distracted by some unwelcome attention.
Blooming flies.
I know.
They're eating us alive.
Yeah, quite a few midges.
Terrible.
Definitely a reason to get out of here, isn't it?
Marie's in very good spirits despite her ankle, and the medics can't resist a little light teasing.
At your age, you shouldn't be doing things like this. You should be sat at home knitting jumpers and that.
Aye, another grandbaby.
Oh, you got another one on the way, have you?
Another one.
Okay.
That'll be 16 altogether, I think.
How many? You cheap to get the telly licence, tell them.
They pump out the air from the vacuum splint, leaving the tiny beads inside to form a solid block.
All right, that should feel nicely supported.
Marie's grandchildren are watching on with Grandad, giving the medics room to work. Despite her discomfort, she knows they'll enjoy seeing Granny on a helicopter.
Bit first to you?
Hey, the kids will want to go.
We had this discussion about the other grandparents being jealous, didn't we?
Yeah.
Apart from your ankle and the midges, I'm quite happy.
I'm going to give you a bit more morphine, okay? More of this painkiller before we move you, and then hopefully that'll last you till you get down to the hospital. All right?
It was just a simple fall that resulted in this break.
The 3 grandparents were in the water with the fishing nets, and they wanted some bread to feed the fish, so the fish had come up. So I was walking down here with the bread, and a bit of mud there, and I just slipped. My foot went, and my leg went right underneath me.
So we're getting into hospital.
First time I've ever broken anything.
There's a lot of firsts today.
First
helicopter ride, first time you've broken a bone.
Yeah. So I've done well, haven't I?
You've done well.
65-year-old, not broken anything.
I'm just going to move out of the way so we can get this in, okay?
Okay, ready, brace and roll. Well done, Flo.
How are we doing?
There we go. And down. Excellent.
All right, we'll just strap you up a wee bit.
Once Marie is settled on the scoop stretcher, she's just about ready for her first helicopter flight.
Keep your arms across your chest, darling. We'll not drop you. We don't drop anybody on a Friday.
Bye, kids. Be good.
Just think of the stories you'll have to tell them.
The team are heading east to hospital where Marie will see a specialist.
Marie seems to have a closed fracture of her ankle, which basically means although she's broken the bones, they're not protruding through the skin. We're going to take her to North Tees Hospital, which is the nearest hospital with appropriate level of care for her. It's Marie's first ride, not the way she wanted to do it. I think the grandchildren will be very jealous.
Marie is handed over to the A&E staff, where her ankle will be x-rayed and examined.
Marie, all the best. All right, you're very welcome. And I'm sure you'll be out of hospital very soon. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And something to tell the grandkids about anyway.
And Marie's had a bit of a time of it since the accident. She's had to have metal in her legs. She also had to cancel her holiday. But she is now on the mend and she's looking forward to a safe day out with her grandchildren. This time, Nick, hopefully without the use of a helicopter.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just a nice day out with the kids. OK, moving on. Now, the most amazing 999 call I've ever heard. We know call takers have to be ready for anything, but this is something else. The subject's a bit gruesome, but don't worry, there are no horrible pictures, and it is remarkable and well worth listening to.
Ambulance emergency, hello, caller.
Man's cut his arm off.
OK, when you say he's cut his arm off, did he cut it off completely?
Hold on. What's happened? Right off. He's cut it completely off, quick.
OK, how's he done it?
I don't know, chainsaw or something. Let me just tie him up. Hold on.
OK, I've got help on the way. I need to go through some questions with you, but it's not delaying us, OK? You're with him at the moment, are you?
Yes.
OK, and how old is he?
I don't know how old. 60.
OK, he is conscious?
Yes.
And he is breathing?
Yes, good.
OK. Like I say, the whole time you're talking to me, they're coming on lights and sirens, OK?
Extraordinary, isn't it? I'm happy to say John's here with Steve, who you can also hear in the phone call, and Lisa, who took the phone call at the other end. John, how do you cut your arm off, first of all?
I was working down the garden, actually, cutting wood with a very baggy jumper on, which got caught in the saw and dragged the arm through the saw, and it cut it off along this line here.
Literally cut it off completely?
Straight off, yes, straight off.
So then you cut your arm off, then what happens? Where do you go?
Well, obviously, you know, I realised I was in trouble. I could see the amount of blood I was losing, so I had to get help quickly. So I grabbed the arm, the stump, and went out looking for help, knocking on neighbours' doors. I kicked on about 4 neighbours' doors. There was nobody in. I stood in the road looking for cars, and there was no cars.
No cars either?
No cars either. So I made my way down to Steve's house. I kicked his door very hard, and I was very lucky. He opened the door straight away.
OK, this has not got the arm with you, you've just grabbed the end of the stump.
Just...
So a man turns up at your door with a stump bleeding. How does that... I mean, how do you react to someone like that?
Well, I just opened the door and he just said he'd cut his arm off, and I just thought he was somebody trying to burgle the house. Had a glance down and suddenly realised there was no arm there. Just went straight into the lounge and somehow managed to pick up a belt and a telephone at the same time.
Now, the belt was to do a tourniquet. We'll get to that in a moment. Lisa, interestingly on that, you can actually hear that Steve saying, get the thing here, get the thing here. And I just wanted to check with you, because this often happens when people are in accidents. The moment you take the address, does that buzz off somewhere straight away so the ambulance is on its way?
As soon as we've got an address in, we know what's going on, an ambulance is on the way, so any questions that we ask isn't delaying it in the slightest.
So why are you asking those questions? Sometimes they irritate people. So why are you asking me these questions?
Because it's so we can get details, firstly to enable us to give the appropriate help before the crew gets there, and it also provides the crew with details of what they're attending. OK, I'm very keen for you and to hear more from this call, so let's get straight back into it and hear how it progressed.
When did it happen?
I don't know. I've just come to my door.
Does he appear to be completely awake?
Yeah. I'm just trying to tie his arm up.
OK. Is he completely awake
Yeah,
and alert?
Look, I've got to go and get someone else to tie it up.
OK, I don't want you to put a tourniquet on it, OK? That's going to make it worse. The ambulance is right away on the corner. If you can get a clean dry cloth or a towel, just hold it against the wound, OK?
Okay, hold on.
Just apply some firm pressure to it.
Yeah, hold on. Hold it tight. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to faint in a minute. You're going to faint in a minute.
OK, make him sit down, OK?
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
OK. Is it serious bleeding?
Yes, it's serious.
Have you actually got the arm there with you?
I don't know. No, where's the arm?
Do you know where the arm is?
I don't know. It's down the back of the door. 30 ambulance on him.
OK, so you haven't actually got the arm with you. That's fine. OK, you've got firm pressure on over the wound, have you?
At the moment, yeah.
OK, just hold it there. They're going to be with you in just a moment, OK? Make sure you don't move him at all, OK? Keep him still. OK, are you inside the house or outside? You're outside. OK, so you should be seeing the ambulance any moment now. Is there any sign of them?
I don't know, I can't.
OK, you should be hearing them. They'll be with you any moment, OK? Whereabouts was the arm cut off? Is it lower arm or at the top?
Lower arm.
Okay. You should be seeing them, okay? They're there, are they? Okay, I'll leave you with them, okay? You've done really well. Are they there with you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll leave you with them, okay?
Thanks,
Thank you, bye.
Lisa, extraordinary. You managed to keep them so calm during the course of that. But also, that you said no tourniquet.
Yeah.
I would have thought for a limb cut off, got to go for a tourniquet. That would be my first thought. Why not?
No, we are instructed for any kind of amputation not to use a tourniquet because potentially it could cause problems later.
OK, I must congratulate you on your work. Do you know the ambulance actually got there in 3 minutes 20 seconds from the time of the call to actually the ambulance arriving, which is absolutely astounding. You must have been very pleased to see the ambulance turn up.
Very relieved to see him.
Yeah.
Yes, just came and took over.
Now, we heard the arm was at the back of the bottom of the garden, and yet we can see now it's reattached. So where did it... So how did it get...
Well, I just thought they were busy working on his arm on the seat outside the house, and I realised that no one had got the arm. So I just put 2 and 2 together and ran up and got a bag and some pastry and ran up and tried to find the arm.
And some pastry?
Yeah, it was just pastry, frozen pastry.
Oh, I see, to keep the thing cool.
Yeah, to keep it cool.
I was thinking arm pie for a second. I was wondering where you were going with that. So frozen pastry actually kept the... Great, and then they take that off to hospital, and you arrive in hospital and they go into operation. How long were you there?
Well, I went to Brighton Hospital first, and they sent images to Queen Victoria Hospital, East Grinstead, to see if they could reattach the arm. So I was only at Brighton about 10 minutes, and then they said, no, they're going to give it a go. So I was then moved to East Grinstead, and it took them 17 hours to put it back on. But
17 hours. Now, do you mind if we actually just... We'll get a closer look on this, because it's quite... I mean, it's badly scarred.
But it works marvellously.
That's the key thing, isn't it, that it works? So, can you use... You've got grip in it?
I've got very firm grip.
Do you mind if I...
No, not at all.
That's actually very good, isn't it? Can you drive?
I can drive an automatic car, yes.
It's absolutely astounding,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It's something I never believed I'd do again.
And how is it listening back to that extraordinary call and listening to Steve doing his work and Lisa doing her work?
Well, it's amazing that it's turned out for me so well, you know, thanks to Steve and Lisa, you know, not only did they save my life, they've saved the arm as well.
Well, you couldn't say fairer than that, and a great way for us to end this interview. Thank you very much for chatting to us, all of you. Quite literally one of the most astounding things that I've ever heard. And amazing, don't you think, that they can actually sew people's limbs back on and be so successful?
And I'm so delighted that he's OK. I can't believe it after all of that ordeal. Nick, you'll be interested in this one. We've had an update on that case, that incident about petrol. Laura, what can you tell us?
Just on the incident where the cashier was threatened with petrol, a male has been spotted in the area that matches the description by local officers, and they've gone back to his car where they found a bag and a quantity of money. So he's currently being questioned by police officers.
And she's all right, is she?
Yes, yes.
And that's pretty good news, isn't it, for a morning?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good result.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us here this morning as well. It's been really interesting to be here. And that's pretty much it for Real Rescues today. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for us for now.